Tenzin? Hello? I need your help.
Hello everybody, welcome back to part 3 of my Korra Let's Play. In this episode, we are heading to the Air Temple to try to find out what is happening with Korra's bending. And here we have Aang's daughter, or not Aang's daughter, Aang's granddaughter, Tenzin's daughter, coming to try to give us tips on how to get our water bending back. For the life of me, I cannot remember her name. This game does not have subtitles, so I apologize. So we get to the Air Temple Island and find out that we have chi blockers here that have invaded. So we have to fight these assholes, and then we are trying to find a spirit water that is in vases. Inside of vases. So we're gonna do some stereotypical Zelda shit and just break every vase we see right now. And once we get our water bending, we will have some fun because the combat will mix up slightly. We'll have a little bit of range to our attacks. There's that annoying freaking fart gas. Oh god, it's the worst. I hate it. And me, like a fool, I'm just breaking every vase I see because I figure they could be in any of them. Well, here shortly you'll see the vase that it's in, and it's pretty obvious what ones are in because they're like glowing blue. Yeah, there's one right there. I still continue to break them anyway just because I'm dumb and I think this currency is important enough to grind for, which it never really comes up a whole lot. You buy new moves, but those are few and far between. And I don't really buy items in the game because although some of them, although they give you good benefits, they also come at a cost. Like do more attacks to, or do more attack damage, but it lowers your HP. Now right here, I'm trying to get the counter timing down for those things. And once you recognize their pattern right before they throw it, it becomes easy to counter. That, on the other hand, anything with like electricity, you can't counter. That's how you know if something's uncounterable or you can't block it. Unblockable, I guess, would be a word. I don't even know if uncounterable is a word. You cannot counter them or block them. Your only hope is to evade. It's just so hilarious to see their bodies go flying. I love it. So here I'm continuing to smash house. Although there's really no point. Here's another little freaking chi blocker. These guys will rue the day they mess with me once I get my bending back, because I will destroy every last one of them. Alright. Platforming. I was dreading this once I saw it, but it actually works really well. And I get a trophy for jumping however many times, some dumb amount of times. And it kills me, but it spawns me where they were, so that works. Counter that, and just destroy him. And I'll wait for him to throw one, so I can just counter that and destroy him. You'll notice me looking around in every possible crevice of the map. In these kinds of games, I always try to go the way I'm not supposed to go first, so that I don't miss anything. Because a lot of games will put, you know, an item off in some area that you don't need to go in, just so there's something extra out there that a lot of people might miss. So I always like to track every little nook and cranny. I want my water bending. One more to go. If, like, the Avatar universe was, like, if we lived in the Avatar universe, I think waterbending would probably be the one that I wanted most, like, out of the powers. It would definitely be the most useful, I think. Like, you could just, I mean, you'd be able to heal your own injuries. If you ever get really pissed off or evil, you can bloodbend. Oh, hey, we got our water. Yay. There's just lots of shit you could do with it. Now, earthbending, if we're talking about the Legend of Korra, where there are people, like multiple people, who can metal bend, that might actually be the more useful one, because, I mean, you could literally just make a bridge or a house or whatever, and have a hell of, you know, make hell of a profit. I mean, firebending's cool and helpful in combat, but you're really not going to do a whole lot of with firebending outside of war and destruction. So, like, if you're just trying to live a normal life, I mean, firebending really wouldn't help you out that much. Airbending, it could have its uses, but I think it would mostly just be to have fun with. I mean, I guess you could power sails or anything that needs air. I mean, there's definitely uses for it, but I just think water bending and earth bending would be the most useful. Level up. Now, when you level up your bending, you usually unlock some more moves, and you'll have chi to your moves, which just means you can charge them a little more. And if you, the game doesn't explain it, I figure it out later, but you can, if you time it right, like if watching, okay, see how I just charged that? If I charge it and I release the square button, or whatever button I'm using, square or triangle, if I release the attack while the circle that is coming towards my body just gets perfectly around my body, it does more damage, I believe. It's got some special name. But it's a pretty fun mechanic to mess with. Like, yeah, I think right there I did it, but I don't know that I'm doing it. I'm not trying to do it. It's just natural. So now we just fought a earthbender by himself, and then we proceed to fight a firebender, and then we fight a waterbender. I can't remember if there's a waterbender by himself or if it just immediately goes to all three of them, because then at the end we do fight all three of them. And that fight held me up for a while. I edited it for your guys' sake. I think I just showed myself fail once, and then I showed me take them out, because I was there for probably a good 20 minutes. Because, like, this game has a ridiculous curve. Like, 1 minute you'll be, you know, fighting these guys. The next minute you get stuck on a boss battle for 20 minutes. Which I like. I like challenge. It's just, it seems like there's no transition. You just go straight from preschool to fucking calculus. That being said, it's not that hard of a game. It's just, I generally don't play these types of games where I have to worry about countering and dodging at the precise times, and like, it's definitely something that I can do. It's just, it's something I'm not exactly used to. So we just took out the firebender. Now I got this guy, and there's some asshole up on that rock. Yeah, we don't fight the waterbender by himself. He's up that staircase. So I will just destroy these assholes and then go fuck them up.
Bring it.
And this combination of enemies is kind of annoying because I have these two green guys that are constantly just trying to hit me. Then I have the blue guys either throwing their shit at me or trying to hit me with an unblockable attack. Now that the green guys are out of the way though, this is pretty simple. I just pick them off one at a time, or attempt to. If I was smart here, I would just counter their fucking things and destroy them. But I am not smart. And that freaking gas. Oh. I hate it. Yeah, there I got a little intelligence. I guess it killed him. That's interesting. I don't think I noticed that my first time through. That rock looks suspicious to me. So I destroyed it. I get a little thing, but I at first I thought that the chest was inside the rock, but later when I died multiple times, I realized that the rock was just the rock and the chest was behind it. Alright, now this is the first battle in the game to really give me that much of a problem. And really the key to this fight is to, I don't know if you'll see this attack that he does, but he does this really annoying attack that you can actually do later in the game. That he like makes this little water shield and then like rapidly fires ice cubes at you. Well, I guess ice shards, technically. I mean, they're not cubes, but you know what I mean.
Triads and chi blockers working together? What is going on?
Take out the fire guy. Yeah, my first attempt was like my most successful for a while. And then I just got into a pattern of sucking it up. Alright, so I can't remember how much I edited this. We'll find out. I do believe that I edited it significantly enough to where most of my fails are taken out.
Get ready for a beating, Missy. This is worse than I thought. The temple's been invaded.
And what's kind of annoying is, I guess it's not that big of a deal, but all the enemy designs look the same. Like the grunts, it's understandable, but like every waterbender you run into looks like this guy, maybe with some slight variation. Same with the earthbender and firebender. Like, I'm not asking for anything crazy, but yeah, there's that attack I was talking about. That shit is fucked up. Okay, so I'm really starting to wonder how many of these fights I left in. Oh, did I not edit any of them out? Well, we're gonna find out. I think I might have left this part in just to show off the shop. Now that I remember.
Thank you. Come again.
Time to get serious.
Now you see, I bought this. I'm not really even sure what it does, but you can't use it unless you go into Korra's closet or whatever it's called and equipped it manually. So here I am thinking I have it on right now, and I definitely don't.
Get ready for a beating, Missy. This is worse than I thought. The temple's been invaded.
So really, in this fight, the waterbender is the main problem. Firebender had to get pretty close. He can fight from a pretty good distance. And he has that real nasty, like, ice attack. Yeah, that one right there. If you don't avoid, like, if you don't get out of that right away, you'll be dead in seconds. Yeah, I see. Yeah, this is definitely the time I win. Just the freaking difference, like after putting through like however many attempts I did, it eventually, you know, you learn the attack inside and out, or the battle, I mean. And I used that finishing move, but I guess it targeted the pot instead of the fucking enemy. I just have to deal with these assholes, and kapow. That ice move's pretty cool. Once you unlock a lot of the combos and you buy some of the moves, this gets really, like, it gets a lot more immersive. Like, a lot of your moves are stuff you'd see in the show, and it's cool being able to do all the stuff that you can eventually do. Alright, that wraps up part 3. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and leave a like. Thanks for watching.